Hey guys, Susie here. I hope you all are doing well today. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but here you are, you're with me. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to achieve glowy winter skin. So this is something that I think is really important this time of year because it is the winter time and our skin is getting super dry, super flaky, dry, just needs moisture. Even myself, an oily combination skin gal, I struggle with dry skin in the winter. I actually do. Right now my skin isn't like overly dry, but I do have dry patches. So I get like oily around my nose and my forehead area, and sometimes like just the T-zone in general. But I do have spots like on my cheeks and under my chin here, and sometimes like right around my nose where I get really dry. So in today's video, we're going to be talking how to achieve glowy winter skin. I think that's really important, and especially because if your skin isn't looking its best or it's not in its best shape, your makeup is not going to apply as nicely as you would like it to. It's not going to look as nice, it's not going to apply as nice, not blend as nice. So it's very important to make sure that your skin is looking its best. So I actually just got out of the shower and I just washed my face, and one of the first things I like to do before doing anything with my makeup at all is I like to apply either a toner or some kind of exfoliating liquid. So some days I will actually use this Paula's Choice Exfoliate 2% BHA liquid exfoliant, and I will use that sometimes and remove some of like the dead skin and stuff on my face. But today I'm going to be using my Ellen Tracy Rose Infused Facial Toner, and this is just something I have been just loving, raving about for a long time. I've had this bottle for quite a while, but I am finally winding down because I don't use it every day. So I like to take a little cotton round or whatever, and I just like to apply this all over my face. Oh, it smells so good. And you can make your own rose water as well. You just simply take some rose petals, you add it to some water, put it in a bottle, let it sit and marinate, and yeah, so that's a good way to make your own rose water. But I really like this one, and it just feels so good and so cooling on the skin, and it just kind of helps kind of lock in any moisture. Just very refreshing. Feels so good. The bottle states hydrates, removes impurities, softens skin, and alone it isn't going to do all those things, but in combination with a good moisturizer and some good serums and things, it does work really well. So I just like to kind of get it all over my face and just kind of pat it in, and it just feels so good, so relaxing, and it just smells really nice. So that is like a big must-have for me. Just a good rose infused facial toner is really nice. And then I just kind of like to let it just kind of sink in a little bit. Feels super good. And then like another thing is when you're doing your makeup and you're applying different kinds of skincare products, don't rush this process. Don't like hurry up and put on your toner, then put on your face cream, then start putting on your makeup. Give your skin a minute to soak everything in. When it feels dry, that's when you're okay to go ahead. So my skin feels good and dry. So now, before applying my facial cream, I'm actually going to apply a hyaluronic acid. And so this is actually from Dollar Tree. This is that Creme de Skin Nutrition's hyaluronic acid 1% and vitamin C serum. And this just kind of gives you a little bit more moisture, balance, skin brightness. So I got this at Dollar Tree, and it was $1, and it works awesome. It works really well. So I really like it, and I just like to take that and just apply to my face, just a few drops around. And this is gonna kind of help when I put my moisturizer on to kind of lock in that moisturizer. Oh, it feels so good. And some people actually have like a skincare fridge where they like to keep all their different skincare items in. I don't have one of those. I would love to have one of those. Of course, don't forget your neck. So, ooh, feels so good. So I just like to kind of rub this in, pat it in a little bit, gently. And then once this feels nice and dry and tacky, we're ready to apply moisturizer. And some people might not like patting into their skin like this, but I think it really helps. I just feel like when you just gently kind of pat your skin, it kind of helps the product sink in. Just honestly, I kind of enjoy the feeling. Sometimes I'll take my fingertips and I'll just go like this right around the eye area, gently, just kind of massaging everything in. So now that that has soaked in, I'm gonna go ahead and do my moisturizers. So I usually use a facial cream or moisturizer, and then I also use a hydrating eye gel cream. Kind of varies what I feel like doing that day. I don't know that there's necessarily a certain routine, whether you do eye cream first or facial moisturizer first. I'm just gonna go with facial moisturizer today first, and then I'll do my eye cream. I don't know that there's a right way, but either way, it seems like the end result for me is always the same. So I'm gonna use this Saturday Skin Waterfall Glacier Water Cream, and I got this in a BoxyCharm. But another favorite of mine that is pretty inexpensive is this Trader Joe's Enrich Moisturizing Face Lotion that I got at Trader Joe's. This was like $3.99, $4.99. Works really, really well, moisturizes the skin. And another one I also really like is this one from Beauty 360. So this is just a generic version at CVS of the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. And this is their Hydrating Water Gel Cream. Now, because I do have combination oily skin, I can't use moisturizers that are overly moisturizing because it makes my skin more oily. So I like to stick with things that are light, and this one is really good. I really like it. So I'm gonna just take some of that, and I like to just kind of apply a few dots all over my face. And then we're gonna just rub this in gently. I'm not tugging at the skin, I'm not pulling the skin. Be gentle with your skin. So that serum that we applied is gonna help lock in this moisture. And I'm just gonna basically just kind of rub this in until it feels nice and tacky, feels like it's dry, and then we're ready to move on to the next thing. So, oh, it feels so good. I love my skincare. And I do apply a little bit of this under my eye, but I don't overly focus on it just because I am gonna apply a tiny bit of eye cream. But again, I'll just kind of go in, kind of pat that in. This is a really nice lightweight moisturizer. I don't know that I would necessarily purchase this because I think it is quite expensive for what it is, but since I got it at BoxyCharm, I am getting use out of it. But there are definitely some great drugstore options as well. I know Garnier makes a lot of really good facial creams that I like. Neutrogena, of course. The Hydro Boost line is really amazing. Okay, so now that I got that rubbed in, it's feeling really good. I'm going to take this Cetaphil Hydrating Eye Gel Cream with hyaluronic acid. So that hyaluronic acid is going to kind of help diminish those dark circles, anything like that we have. And I'm literally just doing a tiny little dot because you don't need much of this because we just applied moisturizer. I'm just taking my finger, I'm just gently kind of patting that in, tapping it in. Don't pull, don't tug on your eyelids. It feels really nice. My skin's feeling so much better already. And if you have the time, doing a facial mask as a beginning to your skincare routine before doing makeup, that's a really good idea too. Sometimes I do like to do that. Do a nice facial mask. All right. Okay, so I feel like I'm looking a lot better. Sometimes when I'm applying my foundation, I do like to use a brush. I think the brush does a really nice job. You get a better coverage with it. But because today we're kind of just going with glowing skin, I'm going to use my beauty blender. So I'm going to go and wet my beauty blender and I'll be right back. All right, so I just went and got my beauty blender nice and damp, and today I'm going to be using my Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid Foundation Plus Hydrating Serum. This is going to be really nice for this time of year. I've been using this for a little while now, and I really like it. I don't know necessarily that I would like this as much in the warm weather months. I tend to go for more mattifying products when it is hot weather or humid weather here. But this time of year, I do like this hydrating serum in here, and I have the shade 20 Classic Ivory. So what I like to do is just apply a little bit to my beauty blender, and then just apply to the face. And then I also like to take my concealer. So this is my Revlon Photo Ready Candid Concealer in shade 27 Biscuit, and I like to do a two-step process. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit of that under here so that I can go ahead and blend everything together. And I like to go around any areas where I feel like I have dark spots or spots that I want to cover up. And I have a little bit of acne going on right now, couple little spots and stuff. So, okay, I'm gonna take my beauty blender and I'm gonna just start blending everything out. And I like using a beauty blender better the cold weather months. I mean, I like using it on warm weather months as well, but I just think when it comes to something that has like moisturizing benefits to it, I like the method of using the beauty blender better. So it just seems to give a more natural glowy finish. That's kind of what I'm going for. So I'm just kind of patting everything in. And don't worry about applying enough to cover anything right now, because we can always go back in with our concealer, conceal any dark spots or anything, use our foundation if we want more coverage in an area. But the thing to remember is foundation isn't meant to cover. That's concealer's job. So you don't want to overdo your foundation trying to cover up spots, because that is the job of your concealer. The foundation is just simply to even out your skin tone. So I just like to apply that. My skin feels so much better. My skin feels like just got like a drink of water. Alright, so that's actually looking pretty good. I don't really want an overly heavy coverage today. I don't really see any areas that I feel like I need to touch up or anything or add more coverage. What I might do is I think I'm just going to only take a little bit more of my concealer and just kind of go in just a tad more under the eye there. And a lot of times I'll use my finger for this to blend out the concealer and whatnot. But today I think I'm okay with just using the beauty blender and just kind of blending that out. But if I'm like worried about it caking or creasing, or I'm going out, like I'm going to an event or something, I do like to use my finger. I think it creates a really nice crease-free look. So I do like doing that. And this time of year, honestly, I don't feel quite a need to set my makeup quite as much, because I'm not like sweating. I'm not out in the heat and humidity or anything. So you don't have to necessarily set your makeup, but if you do want to do just a kind of a small little setting, I just like to take a big fluffy brush, and this is my Physicians Formula translucent powder, and just kind of go in all over and just do a little dusting, and that'll set all our makeup nicely. So all right, and I haven't done my brows or anything yet, and that's because I'm actually going to be doing a makeup look here in a bit that I'm going to post to Instagram, but I am going to go ahead and finish up my skin. So I'm going to go ahead and do my blush, and my highlight. So normally if you were doing a makeup look, a lot of times people will do their face after their makeup. That way if they have fallout, but because I wanted to do a video and I'm doing the Instagram thing today, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. So this is a good time of year to use a face palette, something that might have a blush, bronzer, highlight. This is one from Cover FX that I got in my BoxyCharm. I do like using this, but to be quite honest, on an everyday basis, one of my favorite blushes is this one from Pixi, and it's Pixi by Petra, and this is in the shade Beach Rose, and I kind of like it. It's more of like a bronzy shade, but I like using it. I think it gives me a nice glow, so I'm just gonna kind of go up high on my cheekbone there. I like to do it a little higher, and I like to kind of elongate it. And I think that that kind of gives me a better look. I don't focus as much on the apple of my cheek. I kind of just like to blend it in like that. And then I'm gonna take it a little higher up here. Okay. And this is almost like a bronze slash blush shade. So I think that's why I really like it. It's not overly pink, but it gives you this nice natural bronzy kind of look. Really like it. And I think I got this in like maybe an Ipsy. I don't know. I don't think it was BoxyCharm, but I've had it for a while, and it's still one of my favorite blushes. So I like using that. And then for my highlight, I have been legitimately loving this highlight. This is the powder highlighter in Rose Quartz, and this is from Jouer. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. And that is the shade. I love it. It's like a rosy pink gold. Oh my God, just love it. Like a rose gold color. Just absolutely love it. So, and I like to take this and use this to give me a little bit of glow right around the cheekbone. So I like to use my little Luxie foundation brush. It's not really a foundation brush because I use it for highlight, but I like to take that and I like to just start off right there on the high point of my cheek and then blend it around the eye socket. So up towards the brow. Oh yes. I love it. You see how healthy that looks? Your skin just looks like it's glowing. Yes. And I'm gonna take that on the other side here. Highlight just like makes you look alive. So I love using it, especially cold weather months. It just like makes you look like you've been in the sun, like you're looking, feeling good, you're healthy. Look how beautiful that is. Oh yeah. And then I like to take it just a tad right on the edge of the nose. Cupid's bow, kind of along the nose. Right above the brow. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So now I'm ready to do my brows and my eye look, but that is how I like to achieve glowy winter skin. Look at that. Look at that highlight. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. So yeah, and my skin feels hydrated. It doesn't feel like it's dry. I don't feel like my face is like tight or anything from being cold, you know, out in the cold weather. Just looks and feels really good. And I love this natural glow that I have. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. I hope you'll try out some of these tips so that you can achieve glowy winter skin. I just think beautiful skin is one of those things that looks good on everybody. So it's very important, and it's just so nice to look and feel really nice and healthy and just have hydrated, clear, beautiful skin. So hope you guys find this helpful. Hope you'll try out some of these tips. And I did not use a face primer today, and that is because with the facial cream and the hyaluronic acid serum, I just honestly don't feel like I need it. My skin felt good and tacky. My makeup lasts throughout the day. So I avoid the face primer if I don't need it. You know, in the summertime, sometimes I will use more face primer over like serums and things because I don't want my skin to be, you know, too oily or anything. But honestly, I love the way my skin looks right now. Look how beautiful that is. I love it. So hope you guys found this helpful, and I will see you guys in my next video. If you do have any video requests, feel free to leave them down below, and also let's have some comments down there. You guys talk to each other. Let anybody know what are some of your winter must-haves. I would love to hear from you guys, and I will see you guys later. Bye guys.